Hi, I'm Saleha, and this is Chai Chat and Community. Today's episode is a little special. It's our Mother's Day chai, and I've invited three moms who are in each completely different seasons of motherhood. We've got a brand new mom, still in that soft, sleepy newborn bubble. Sreyashi, hi.
Hi.
A mom juggling two spirited toddler girls who keep her on her toes, and I know both of them. Hello, Anupriya.
Hi, Salaya.
And a single mom raising a teenager son who's taller than her, I'm guessing, and probably thinks he knows way more than she does. Hi, Tanya.
Hi. Hi, Salia.
Three women, three stories, three real versions of motherhood. No perfection, no pressure, just honest moments, shared laughs, and the kind of wisdom that sneaks up on you every single day. So pour yourself a cup of chai, settle in, and let's celebrate these moms who show up in all the big and small ways every single day. Because Mother's Day is not just today, it's every single day. So, first question to all the three moms, okay? What's the something you believed about motherhood before you became a mom? And what is the reality now? I can start with Anupriya because I'll go alphabetically.
Okay. Sure. I think for me, before I became a mother, the whole concept of motherhood was pretty scary, and it almost felt like it's an impossibility for me to, function in such a role to be a mother, so to speak. But um, I think once I became a mother, it just felt like every phase of your child's growing up years kind of equips you automatically as if it I remember, for example, my mom, if she would be having her favorite dish, and I would be like, oh, can I have a bite, she would just give it away to me, right? And I would be left thinking, oh, I can't ever be that selfless, right? So what do you need? How do you even step into such a demanding, such a selfless role? And I think, like I said, once as soon as you become a mother, it's something shifts within you that
Yep,
you don't even consciously try to control. But it's such a fast-paced, rapidly changing role, right? At the start, you're in the throes of those midnight feeds, just like
yep,
Shoshi is right now,
yeah,
perhaps. Or I'm trying to manage tantrums in the middle of an office meeting. Or
yep,
I'm guessing, Tanya, you might be, managing some real impatience and rolling eyes
Definitely.
directed towards you in teenage years. But I
Yeah.
think every phase I feel now is like it's not something that you can really prepare for and think that, oh, I'm now ready for motherhood. It's almost like every child or every phase of their childhood pretty much brings it out of you. You're
yep,
automatically kind of growing into those demands. And that's, I guess, what motherhood is
yep.
ultimately.
So let's speak to the newly minted mom. What's something
Um,
you believed in?
I think for me, I always thought motherhood as taking care of a baby or taking care of a child, and that's motherhood, right? Like feeding him, taking care of him, and putting him to sleep. But then when I actually became a mother 15 weeks back, I think the one thing that I realized that motherhood is very much about is learning this new version of myself. And it's a completely new version. It feels like it is a new season, but it feels like my old self exists at the same time as this new version of me exists. And it has unfurled, or rather, it is unfurling every single day as I continue on this journey. And I don't think I particularly thought about that. For me, motherhood was always about raising a child, looking after a baby, taking care of him. That's what, even throughout my pregnancy journey, that's what I thought. I thought about, I read about, I took advice about, breastfeeding. I took advice about sleep. I took like how to put the baby to sleep, and I took advice about if there's something goes wrong, who do I go to, things like that. But I did not particularly think about or have this conversation about myself. Like as a mother, a baby was born, but at the same time, a mother was born as well on the same day. I think that's something I didn't particularly think about. And so that, of course, there's a baby in the equation. And of course, taking care of him is, I believe that is what motherhood is about. But a big part of it is also about learning this new version of yourself and falling in love with yourself all over again as much as you fall in love with your baby. So that has been a new learning for me.
Excellent.
It's,
Tanya.
yeah, it was so interesting to hear both of you because I have been through these stages already. And I name it like it's not just giving love and protection. I think we grow with them. So now my son is 16 now, and I felt that I grew with him. Each and every stage, I learned something new every day from him. So I realized that meanwhile, I was shaping him, but now I think that he was shaping me too. And when I look back, I used to think why our mothers are so calm at this stage, you know? We were so reluctant, we were so impulsive most of the time. But when we looked at our mothers, they were so calm. And I think now I'm at that stage that calmness is coming inside me. It's because of my son only. He is teaching me a lot because he asked me questions. He obviously we argue a lot as well. This is the time when we argue, but in between those arguments, we are evolving. I'm learning a lot of new things which I couldn't learn, I would say, that in my teenage or in my early stages of motherhood. So it's really interesting. You guys will enjoy it.
Okay, I'll go back to you, Tanya. So,
Yeah.
what is the one thing that your son has taught you recently?
Well, I would say learn to be better human, in a sense that I have more self-control. There are a few times when he actually asked me. I remember that moment when he was talking about something and I was giving him suggestions. Okay, you should do that, you should do this, because we are programmed that way, that we are mothers and we have to tell our kids what to do. And he just said one thing which hit me really hard. He said, Mommy, I'm not asking you to fix something, I'm just asking you to be there and listen to me. So
Wow.
yes, and it was really, yeah, I thought, oh, okay. And from that time, it's not long ago. I would say 6 7 months back, and since that time, something changed in me, and I think I'm becoming more good listener. Uh, Initially, it was the time when when the kids are younger. It's visibility. It's more visibility. You know their needs. You know what they want. Okay, you have to feed them. If they are upset, you have to hug them
Yeah.
but now this is the time when emotions actually more important. Things become silent, but emotionally you have to be more intelligent with your kids. So that's very important. That's something which I learned and I'm still learning.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What teenagers can teach you and what, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I think they just get a bad rap for no reason. Anu, I'll come go to you because she is too new. Uh, what have the two little girls taught you?
Um, yeah, I think ever since they started talking and well into their toddler years, I think the first thing that really hit me was that they pretty much reflect you. They mirror you. So I remember the first time I heard one of them really, screaming and having an outburst. It just reminded me that, oh my goodness, that's me doing that in anger at some
Yeah.
point, and how quickly they absorb all of that. So it was almost like I need to be better so that they are better. And I mean, I always knew perhaps that I would get angry and have an outburst where I don't feel like I need to control myself when I'm in the safety of my home, in my personal space. But that's not okay, right? There is someone around you always, be it your partner, be it your parents,
They're
be it
mirroring you.
so yes, so it's because as soon as you see that that a child is doing that, you see the 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 wrongness of that emotion. There's better way of controlling and emoting. So I think that hit hard when I first realized that they're almost like putting me on a self-correction course without knowing it themselves. And it just also makes you realize that they teach you, even if they are so young, they teach you to recognize how you are as well.
Yeah. 15 weeks of motherhood. Shashi, what
Yes.
have you learned? What has baby Mihir taught you?
I think it's that patience isn't something that you have, but it's something that you need to constantly practice. Um, I always considered myself as someone who has some level of patience, but now as when I started this journey, and as with every day, I'm learning that this needs a completely different level of patience that I need to practice, that I need to learn. And it's a different type of patience every single day. So that's something that definitely me here is teaching me every day.
Yes, great. Um, and I'm going to go back to you, Shashi. If motherhood came with a manual, what chapter would you write?
Oh, this has been from day one. Chapter one needs to be decoding cries. A a comprehensive guide to, is it are you sleepy cry? Is this are you hungry cry? Or sometimes what I'm learning is sometimes it's just a I just need a cry.
Okay.
So that needs to be a chapter, probably chapter 1 to 10, to be honest, in my in my survival
Is it a
book.
colic cry? When they
It,
have colic, that's another cry.
yeah, that's another
Because I
cry.
remember when my girls were born, we were told if they're crying too much, what was it? Grape water? No, what
Gripe
Right.
water.
gripe
Yeah.
water. But here the doctors tell you not to give gripe water. So,
No, they recommend
you
not to
never
do
know
that.
what the cry is for. So,
Hmm. So yeah,
yeah,
so that's what I'm
sometimes it's just
realizing.
leave me alone.
Exactly. It's just we were told like he is now sometimes crying before when we try to put him to sleep. And it's just this was actually really great advice from our MCH nurse. Is like how we as adults we would read a book or listen to a podcast to calm our nervous system
Yeah.
down. They just cry to calm their nervous system down. So that
Oh,
would go into
okay.
the book like that's I'm just calming myself down, cry.
Tanya, what would your chapter be?
I would say it will be the title will be "Let Them Become." Be a safe space for them, but be there for them, but let them do the experiments of their own life, because we are raised in a very different time, and we had other fears, we have our past experiences, and we have a certain idea of perfection which we try to put in our children. I think we need to unlearn so many things and learn new things. That first of all, we have to eliminate the idea of perfection. When we look at
No,
our kids,
none
we
of us are
always think
perfect.
about
Yeah, yeah.
perfection.
As
And
my daughter told me, your idea of motherhood and what you actually were to us, totally different, mom.
totally
So
different.
let's not talk about it.
Yeah, so I
So
have learned that we should allow the mistakes, we should allow the silence, and allow the individuality.
yeah,
Most of the time, we damage their individuality because we are imposing a lot of things which we have learned from our life experiences. So, yeah, let them become.
let them become. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, Anu,
I think for me,
you
given
have the loveliest girls, so don't complain.
thank you. I don't know if I feel the same sentiment at the end of a work day with them
Yes, I know.
disrupting half my meetings. But um, I think given the phase that they are going through right now, right, rapidly coming out of their toddler years and going to school and all of that, I think I just feel like I'm missing all their, I'm going to miss all of this, and it's going past me way too fast. So I think for me, it's not probably going to be a chapter, but more like a footnote to every chapter, that no matter what phase you're in, it's only going to pass too soon, and you're going to turn back and just look at that and miss those days. So be it, sleepless nights, or be it enjoying their baby talk, or
Yeah.
there are annoying questions, or even
Too many annoying questions.
yes,
Yes.
loads of them. And yeah, just even the confusion of their growing up years,
Yeah.
it just feels like all of this will finish at some point, right? So just enjoy it while you can. Just always keep that in some part of your, at the back of your mind, that it is special, whatever format it is in at the moment.
It's fantastic. So you can decide who wants to go with this first. What's a small everyday moment that make you smile this week? Anu, shall we start with you?
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just that I think work's been getting crazy again the past few weeks. So my efforts at home have been, dipping very rapidly as well. Messy rooms, half-hearted efforts at, serving healthy meals, actually any meals, so to speak. So I think in the middle of all of that, I don't know what happened, but one of them just decided to throw a very sweet compliment towards me, saying, "Oh, you're the best, best, best mom," as toddlers do. They don't really
Oh.
understand much, but I think I was being very unkind to myself, putting that pressure of perfection and all of that. But it just made me very grateful to have such innocence around me to pull me back from that, deep hole of feeling I can't control my day anymore. Everything is going south. But yeah, I think that was a very soft moment for me.
What made you smile, Roshi?
His gummy smiles. He
Oh.
he has recently grown into his social smiles, and especially after he wakes up from a nap. And I think the most special one for me is when I'm feeding him, and then he'll just for a second he'll just unlatch and he'll just look at me like with his
Oh,
big doughy eyes and give me this huge gummy smile out of nowhere, and then go back and just feed again.
how beautiful.
That has really been making me smile of late. And every time he does that, I'm like, I melt a little
Yes, it's the
bit.
awe moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Tanya, what has your teenager
Yeah,
said
it's
to
very
you that
hard
made you
to
smile?
think. Yeah, especially within this week because it's every day, every week actually. Um, Now I remember a few days back, he just because I'm a working woman as well. So when I come home, then I cook, and more focus is on his diet rather than my diet because he's athlete as well. So 3 days back, he just walked into like we were having dinner, and he looked at my plate and he picked up an extra piece of meat and put it in my plate and said, "Do you realize that you need more protein?"
Oh,
And it was a very small action, but it
It isn't
really hit me
small.
again. Yes,
It's
it's
your child looking after you.
yes. I saw the
Role
boy
reversal.
actually. Yeah, I raised him, and now he's actually now he's caring a lot. Like
Mm.
sometimes teenage actually is very tricky. They're not very expert of expressing, especially boys.
Yeah.
But these small actions actually tell you how much they care. And I think boys care a lot. So
yeah.
yeah, I felt so emotional at that time that okay, finally someone is caring for me. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Joshi, I'll ask you first because let the haze of new motherhood be around you until they become toddlers and have meltdowns. Anu will tell you about it. I go through this twice a week. Will
Oh.
again tomorrow. Um, what is the one piece of advice that you got that helped you and one that made you laugh?
Uh, One that really helped me, and I've been trying to practice it every day, is take each day as it comes, take each day at a time, because honestly, no 2 days are the same at this point.
Yeah.
To be honest, most of the days, no 2 hours are the same. So that advice has really helped me stay, I guess, more grounded and not take too much stress and not get frustrated at the end of the day. Because if I have something in my head and then that it doesn't work out that way. So very helpful, and I'll definitely be passing it on to other new moms. And one that I found really funny is You know how they say, especially Bubs is at 15 weeks he's into his sleep regression at the moment. And we were advised, and a lot of people give us this advice, is like put him down when he's sleepy, but still awake. It's like, try explain that to a 3 month
Really?
old. Yeah. We were
Wow.
given that advice by uh, by some wonderful people. So, but no, that hasn't worked. So every time I try that, and now and we are very into contact naps at the moment. So
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
So
I do that with my 3-year-old,
yeah,
nearly 3.
yeah.
Whenever he sleeps over, I'm like, that's it.
I
Has to be
know
Dimma
this.
Godi because his
I know
favorite
this.
word is Dimma Godi me. So God
Oh
knows
my God, that's
he brings
I
it
think
out
adorable.
I
from
still do
somewhere
it
and
too.
Dimma Godis him until he's fast asleep. Oh, I love it. So
Oh,
no, don't believe. And is
no.
that one of the things that you also roll your eyes at?
Uh,
This advice, put him down when he's half asleep,
yeah,
or you're too kind.
just at this point, I just find it funny because I'm like, man, like one, I enjoy the contact naps, and two, he's never going. He's going to have a major meltdown if I try to do that. I rather let him sleep. So yeah, I find that a bit funny now when I still keep getting that advice.
And has he done something funny this week, this month that has made you smile? And
Oh, yes, he has realized he has hands. Like, does that make sense? Like, now suddenly he knows that there's something that moves that's probably attached to his body. And he has started doing this thing when he's going to scrunch up his face and like really stare at his hands with a lot of concentration, and he'll bite his lower lips. And
oh,
believe me, just every time my husband and I, we look down at him when he's doing it, it looks like he's planning world domination because he's like looking at it with so much interest and so much passion, and he's thinking like, I need to take over this universe. It's like
of course,
cutest thing. And my
he's
God,
taken
it's
over your
so
life.
funny. Oh, he has. He really has.
Yeah, and that for
So
the
yeah,
rest of your life.
true. So yeah,
Yeah, people
we
say
find
at
it super
18, all
fun.
that is no.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taken over your life forever. Um,
I can't
Anu,
complain.
Anu, what is the most hilarious conversation you've had with your 2 little girls? I
I
have
think,
to send you a picture of your younger daughter and my little one
okay.
playing together last
Oh,
month. Yeah, yes,
oh, sweet.
very sweet. And he asked me the other day, "Where's Mimi?" And I'm like, "Okay, you remembered."
Oh, lovely. We should do a play date then.
Yes, we should. We should next school holidays come over
Okay,
to mine. And yes, absolutely.
sweet. Yeah. I think again they're at that phase when almost every single day there's some innocent thought or idea that comes out of their mouth that's absolutely funny. I really catch myself laughing out loud, dropping them to school or putting them to bed. But I think there were a couple of them, some small ones, but I think the younger one, she doesn't really understand much about money yet, but she she found this piggy bank which was lying around and she got super excited. She wants to fill it up, so she was begging me the other day saying, "Mom, can you please buy some money from the shops to put in my piggy bank?" It's like, "Oh, sure, yes, if only it was so easy to buy money from the shops." Yeah, and I think the other one as well has got a bit of pizzazz. So I think one day I was telling her, "Hurry up, wear your shoes. We are running late," and she just very without batting an eyelid, she goes, "Mom, I just want to take it easy." So hearing that from a 4-year-old is like really really funny, and it just makes you, yeah, maybe I too should take it easy.
Yes,
Who cares if you're running late to school? Doesn't matter.
correct.
That's
Doesn't
your
matter.
thing.
Who cares if I miss the train to work? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And what is your survival trick during toddler meltdown?
I had I think like I said, every phase kind of teaches you some way to cope with it, right? So when they were younger, I remember, I used to go lower on my knees to be more face to face. And
Yes.
then I would start negotiating to kind of hopefully distract them successfully. Of course, every offer would be met with a no. but I think it used to work. The meltdowns would, calm down faster. But I must share this very funny strategy that I've devised lately. And the way it goes is this: anytime they're doing something, especially the younger one, I'll just go, if you don't stop doing that, I'm going to start counting to three. And once I get to three, you know what's going to happen. And somehow this works wonderfully, because, and I can assure you, I've never established clearly what's going to happen when I count to three, but it just works. So I'm like really pleased with myself at the moment.
Well done.
That's a good one. Sammy uses spider. If you don't listen, the spider's going to come. And with me, it's like, no, that you're a good boy. So the spider, he's obsessed with helicopters and aeroplanes. So with me, it is because you're a good boy, the helicopters come, taken the spider, and thrown it into the ocean. So he knows all that happens in my house. So there are no spiders for him.
See, we become such storytellers, don't we?
And not only as a mom, but also as a grandmom, you become a
Yes.
storyteller. I have combined every single fairy tale I knew into one long story. I've picked something from here, something from there. I've got Peter Rabbit, I've got Alice in Wonderland, I've got Snow White, I have got Lion King, all into one story. And they're all going for a tea party. So that is my story for 20 minutes.
We used to love, cuddling up to our grandparents, me and my brother, right? It would be a big fight who gets to sleep between grandmom
Yeah.
and granddad. And then my dadu would spin the most wonderful stories, okay? He would, of course, it was all Thakumar, Julie, and all of
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? But I suspect a lot of them were, like you said, a mix of a few different stories put together. I suspect that now very strongly.
Because what was fairy tales for us, kids today will not understand, and some
Yeah.
of them are so wrong also.
I know,
You know,
exactly.
so you've got to be careful even with nursery rhymes. You know, what are you saying, what you're
Yeah.
not saying. So you have to mix and match. So I match. So and Tanya,
Yeah.
so what is the most surprising thing about parenting a teenager when compared to when he was a little boy?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, that I feel that everything is more quieter now.
Yeah,
Like they become, all of a sudden, they become very private. So they are very talkative, very expressive, and all of a sudden, it's totally quiet. They need their privacy.
is
They
that
just
when you realize he's grown up?
Yes,
Yes.
because of yes. But and initially it's very challenging for parents. If you're not prepared, and I was not, so it's very challenging because you don't understand what's going on. You
Yep.
get worried as well. Maybe they are hiding something. Maybe they are going through some, mental stress, something happening. Because when they're private, we used to connect a lot. All of a sudden, it's a silence, and for me, in my case, yeah, it worried me a lot. uh, but now I think it something happened that he actually talked to me. He's a bit of mature kind of teenage, and he explained me that he told me that, Mama, connection is always there. I know you are there for me. If I need anything, I will definitely come to you. I know that
How
you are my
sweet.
safe spot. Okay. So then I realized that I should actually, I'm just worrying a lot. I think this is the time that he needs his private corner. And when he talks to me this way, I feel like that I'm not talking to a child anymore. And I think it's me. I have to prepare myself to adjust in his routine now. I have to understand him more. And that's why I said that I'm evolving with him. I am learning every day. I'm learning a new thing. And it's very different phase of my life. It surprises every day. Surprises every day. And I'm actually started reading about teenage and the way they think. And it gave me a lot of knowledge that how to deal with the teenagers. And it's very, very tricky. I think that I'm studying this counseling as well, and it helped me a lot to understand that how to deal with the teenager. and how to deal with this disconnection part, because you have to be very, very, very careful.
Yeah.
This is very sensitive time, and either you can make your connection more deeper, or you can actually disconnect with them.
Yeah.
So
And spoil it.
it's very,
Agree.
very.
Agree.
So yes, for me, it's everyday surprise, and I'm learning. I'm still learning.
Yeah. So your Mother's Day award is that your son has said that you both have a connection despite him not
Oh
wanting to
yes,
talk to you all
yes,
the
but
time. That's the best thing.
definitely, I think
Yeah.
it's my time to learn and listen between the lines rather than just wait for the words. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we end, quick fire questions for all three of you. Tea or coffee to survive the day, or alcohol?
Coffee. Definitely coffee.
Coffee? Okay. Most used phrase in your house at the moment?
Oh, for me, it's tikache, which essentially means it's okay, it's okay,
Okay.
to myself as much as to me.
Yeah. And to Shobik.
Oh yeah, to Shobik as well. True.
What about you, Anu?
I think for me, apart from the dhamki that I explained to you all, I think the most common one right now doing the rounds is I don't want to eat it. I don't like it. So almost every day.
Yeah. This is my house on Tuesdays and Fridays. Don't want to eat it. Don't like it them up. So yeah.
Yeah.
Tanya, your house?
For me, it's protein time for an athlete. So I just always ask, "Have you eaten something? Have you eaten? Have you eaten?" That's the most. But I say a lot, and yeah, and he always says, "Yes, mommy, please don't worry."
Okay. One thing you would outsource if you had the opportunity to do so here.
Overthinking.
Okay. Good one. Good one.
Definitely overthinking. Yeah.
What about you both?
Laundry. He
Yeah,
might be
okay.
tiny, but he has such an astonishing amount of laundry every day. So the whole process of laundry.
Anu, what would you do?
Yeah, same one, Shirshi, just like you. It doesn't end. It hasn't still ended. So I'm always buried under this whole mountain of clothes. I wish I could outsource that, especially folding and putting them away. We
Exactly.
live out of the dryer pretty much.
Yes. I learned a trick. If you put a dry towel in your wet clothes while you're drying it, it doesn't crumple up. And it is true. I have been doing it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Thank
because the
you.
towel soaks up
Good
all the
advice.
moisture. See, I've taught you guys something.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it things that just kind of, fall your way and you pick up something and I'm like, I'll try it. Well, next one is trying to grow avocado out of a glass bottle. Let me see if I can do that. I will let you know. All right. One mom superpower you have, secretly have, with your children don't know.
Can I just still call that dhamki my superpower?
Yes, absolutely.
Seriously, I can't think of anything else that works right now. So as long as it's, giving me what I need, that's my superpower.
Absolutely.
I'm taking notes on that. So I'll be stealing that one.
What is your superpower at the moment?
I think just making up songs and singing
Yeah.
about anything, but
Yeah.
honestly, nothing at all. I'm definitely getting a Grammy this year.
I can't sing. I can't sing to save my life. But my God, you know what my lullaby is? Three Rabindra Songit that I sing to him, and he is so bored he just falls asleep. I'm like, that is it. But I don't know. I do mix of, You Are My Sunshine, and Sound of Music, and some
Yeah.
Bengali nursery rhymes. And when he's still not sleeping, that's it. That's what I use. And there he goes. In less than 5 minutes, he's fast asleep. He's like, the mom will carry on for the rest of the night. So.
That actually
What
sounds
about you,
good.
Tanya? What's your
I
superpower?
think my internal radar. My radar is so strong. I start sensing that if something wrong. as I said, even in the quiet time, I can
Yeah.
sense if there's something wrong, and that's my superpower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing these, ladies, this Mother's Day moment with us, and listening to you three, each walking such different paths, reminds me that there's no single way to motherhood. There's only our way, your child, our child, your story, because motherhood doesn't come with a handbook. This is something I keep telling my girls, when they have a go at me, I keep telling them motherhood doesn't come with a handbook. Nobody tells you how to be a mother, no matter how much gyan you get from everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody tells you. So whether you're in a newborn haze like Soshi, the toddler tornado like Anu, or the teenage roller coaster, you're doing more than you realize. And your love shows up in way your children will remember long after the noise settles and there's peace in the house. Trust me. And that peace is not something that you want sometimes. I miss having my girls and dirty laundry and, screaming and cooking for them. But it, until then, enjoy every bit of it. And to every single mom, mother figure, carer, auntie, mashi, pishi, nani, dadi, grandmother, whoever you are in your child's life, today is for you. And from my heart to yours, happy Mother's Day, ladies. Until next time, I'm getting emotional. Take care of yourselves and be kind to yourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sadia.
Thank
Happy Mother's Day,
you.
everyone.
It's
Thank
Thank you,
lovely.
Sadia. Happy Mother's Day.
you, guys. See you. Bye.